Paul, I would say the majority of people in the stadium today would say that you were desperately unlucky not to get at least a point today.
I think so. They are a good side, they're unbeaten, so we know it was going to be a tough ask. Thought they had some spells in that first half, but still felt we started better and had some chances ourselves. Disappointed with a goal. There was a space, was too big, and we've kind of got sucked to the ball and he's run off. Good finish. He's obviously a player that unfortunately we've become accustomed to. And then second half, it was near enough sort of one-way traffic. He had a couple of little breaks, but I've said I feel like I'm going to give you a similar interview than what I did last week, and I have done in quite a few games, unfortunately.
The first 20 minutes or so of that second half, it was such a bright start, and you were definitely on top, creating a lot of chances.
Well, I'd have to watch it back, Scotty. Overall, it felt like we certainly were on the front foot and we're playing pretty well. But at the minute I was more feeling towards the sort of end of the game when it felt like we were pushing and we've had chances. That's the frustration. That's something that we can try and control in terms of making sure we take them, whether it's bad misses, whether it's not getting to a ball first. I mean, there was one incident when I think the keeper sort of got injured. That is, if we had cost us the game, I'd say it was like almost a comedy moment. But obviously it's not funny, and we've got to put that ball in the back of the net. I don't really see us being let off. I'm not sure how many saves Jake's had to make again, but that was like last week when they had 3 attempts on goal, scored three goals. At Bradford, they have the goal, so it feels like we're not far away and are getting punished for I don't know, maybe an inability not to get sort of put the goals in the net that we should be really.
Is it fair to say that the officiating didn't quite go our way today as well?
I think so. I kind of got a sort of well, not an apology, but an acceptance that Camille shouldn't have been booked last weekend, but then ruled him out today. And, I might say it was potentially a matter of time in terms of a long way to go until that cut-off point, but that's gone wrong. I think there were a few things last week that I wasn't happy with. Today, I don't think it's a good enough performance. It sums it up a little bit when you're there, sort of fans are shouting "what a referee" at the end of the game. Obviously in a sarcastic manner. There's a few things that could talk about, but the major talking point was Issa running through on goal. Blake Tracy's the last man, comes out, takes him out, and it's a yellow card. I'm really struggling to understand how that can be a yellow card. I just felt that there were so many sort of things, decisions that felt. I've got my kind of theory as to perhaps why. But yeah, we certainly weren't helped out on that front and should have been playing against 10 men. Who knows what would have happened, but it clearly gives you a big advantage.
Yeah, particularly with that moment as well. There's no advantage really with the free kick because the game has stopped, hasn't it?
I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss in terms of that one, Scott, really, as in, like I say, I don't think it's a difficult decision. Sometimes I think you can have both benches arguing about something. I don't think there'd have been any qualms there. I really don't. There was something later on in the game. It's blatantly obvious what's happened, and you can see by their bench's reaction, they know what's happened. But we don't get the decision.
Yeah.
There was a lot of those today, and that kind of adds to our frustration. What we won't do is we still look at ourselves and things that we can influence. And like I said, we've got to take some of them chances that we've created. But you want to feel like you've gone away from a fair contest as well, and I can't honestly say that that's the way it feels.
We've come against a team that are unbeaten, scoring goals left, right and centre, and at the end I think they were quite relieved, along with the fans, that they've got 3 points today. Yeah,
and that's we'd rather have took that. If it was the other way around, we'll take the points and worry about performance thereafter. You know, I said it the other day, I do believe in it, that if we keep performing how we are doing, eventually it'll turn for us. At the minute it just feels like quite a bit's going against us. But again, there's no point feeling sorry for ourselves. We're the ones that can try and change it, and obviously the lads that take to the pitch in particular. So come Tuesday, that's what we've got to try and do. I'm pleased there's a game so quickly. We've got to go all out to try and, you know, get the 3 points that we all want, and we want that winning feeling. We haven't had it nowhere near enough so far. But at the same time, you know, I honestly don't feel like it's all doom and gloom, because I see a decent side there. But we've got to try and, I guess, you know, find ways to, I guess, put our dominance or make our dominance count in games, and not give teams opportunities that we are doing.
And just a word about Donovan Wilson. Came on probably a minute later, scored a great goal and took it really well, didn't he?
A fantastic goal. You know, he got in there, he as you said, he's touch, and then kind of, the reason I like it in a lot of ways is he's passed it into the net. You know, it's a shame something else didn't quite fall for him. I thought he did well when he came on. You know, I've got some thinking to do in terms of team-wise ahead of Tuesday night, that's for sure. You know, so I thought there were some good performances in the main, but like I say, we've got to focus now on recovering and being ready for what we know will be a tough game against Barrow. They always are. Solid, really solid team, don't give too much away. And I know Pete will have them for the game, so but like I said, I'm pleased there is a game.